Okay, everyone, we are on page 8. It's our last page of Fairy Wings album, and it's always bittersweet. It's exciting to see it all come together and see how beautiful it is, but it's kind of sad at the end too. But no worries. After this, in a few days, I will post a twist on this album using a different themed paper, and it'll maybe spark some ideas in you. But you can use this. This is a very springy, fun album. You can use this same layout for almost anything. So I haven't decided yet, but I am going to post another book using this basic layout and maybe change the order around a little bit. So here we go. On page 8, we have a few cuts you need to make. So let's see. The A cut is 8 7/8 by 5 1/4, and that is 2 lines before 9. B is 9 7/8 by 5 3/4, and that's 2 lines before 10 inches. C is 7 7/8 by 5, so 2 lines before 8. D is 8 3/4 by 7 3/4, and E is 8 5/8 by 4. And that's a pocket. So if you have a leftover piece, it's a little bit longer than 4. You don't need to cut it to exactly 4. So let's get started with A, and we are going to score these together. So the A flap, you are going to have the 5 1/4 inside facing the top of your score. B, you are going to, let me look, this is a pocket, so we want our longest side at the top first because that's going to be the side that's open. This pocket is going to go on top of flap A. Okay, C, we're going to have the 5-inch side facing the top. And let's see, D is going to be an insert. So we're going to have this folding over at one section. So let me just see. You want to score this at 4 7/8 with the 7 3/4 inch side facing the top. So pull out your arm, and we're going to bring this to 4 7/8, which is 2 lines before 5. Got my 5 right here, and I'm going to give that a score line right there. Okay. And E is a pocket, so I'm going to have our longest side facing the top because that's going to be open. And we'll get some tape on here. After this, we will be making some pockets for the inside, front, and back covers, and I will show you how I decorated those. And I'll go over the outside of the album in this video also. Okay, so now D does not get tape. We're just going to fold it at this score line here. Set that aside. C. Big pocket. This pocket goes on top of the A flap. Okay, so let's get everything folded over. I fold that a little soon. Okay, no, there it goes. All right. Okay, so we have 2 pockets to cut corners here. All right, so let's bring out our last pocket page. What did I do with that? Here we go. All right, hold on, where did I put my pocket page? Here we go. Placed it way on the other end of the table. So we are on page 8 now, and let's put down, let's bring out our A flap for a second here. A. Before we put this down, let's put the pocket on top of it. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure this fits first. Hold it up right there. All right, so this to me is looking a little long. Hold on one second. Let's see what I did here. Yes, I cut this a little long, so I'm going to take a little piece off of here. No worries, and I'll correct that on your cut list. But I'm going to hold it up to here. I have this score line lined up with that score line, and I need to cut this right around there. And let's see what that comes up to. So if I cut that there, it's about 5 1/4. I do have 5 1/4 on this cut list. I must have, I must have looked at the line below where it said 5 3/4, but it is 5 1/4. I happen to have cut it at 5 3/4, so it is correct on your cut list. I just need to take off a little piece, which is always why I like to lay it down first before I stick it down. So if I have it like this, that will be perfect. Okay, sorry about that. I was looking at one line and I looked at the line below it. Okay, so this is our A flap, and I have, okay, my linen side showing, got the linen side of the pocket, and I am gonna lay this right on top, and I'm gonna put this bottom edge not right on top of that fold line, but real close to it. And I'm looking left and right, and this should be equal. Nothing hanging over the edge. It lines up perfectly over here. And then when I turn it over, nothing's sticking out there. So it is all good to go. So I'm gonna press that down. All right. So now these edges, normally we put the paper in first, but this you don't need to do that because you're gonna put in your D in here. So we can take these off right now. We don't have to wait to do that. Little pocket flap. All right, and just to make sure this D here fits right inside. If you feel like yours is a little snug, you can take a little piece and trim that off there. Up to you. But I am going to corner round here. Right in here. Okay. Okay, so page 8. This is going to go right on the left hand side. So I am ready to take off my backing. And let's put this right on the side here. So you're going to have a little bit of space showing top and bottom, which is now your left and right because you've got your page turned sideways. And I'm going to bring it right to the edge and let go. And there we go. This is going to go in here. We will put magnets there. We are going to take our C flap and put it on the on the right hand side. And I'm going to give this a little corner round here. Okay. All right, now this is looking a little short. Hold on a minute. What is going on with my measurements? All right, so that is 7 7/8. Perhaps I want it to be 8 7/8. Yes, I did. Oh, okay, so let's cut this one again. I will correct it on your cut list. Sorry about that, but this C flap, we just need it to be a little longer. So I'm going to cut it. You know what it is? There was another album that I did that was a lot of 7 7/8 measurements. So that's what happened. But this is supposed to be 8 7/8, 2 lines before 9. By 5. I'll correct that on the cut list and make a special note not to listen to me on this video here. But let's score this. And I can use this for something else at another time. It's not completely wasted. I'll just cut that sticky part off and use that piece of paper. All right, so let's corner around this. And we're going to put it right at the edge here. Got a little bit showing top and bottom. Okay, and then our pocket. Goes right in the middle here, and there's just a little bit of space on each side so that these flaps can fold over the pocket. Yep. There you go. Okay, so now we just need our magnets. All right, so for this one, I am going to use small, and I'm going to use a big magnet, I think, for this pocket. Let me look and see. You know. Okay, so I can put 2 here, and then I'll put 2 here. That's what I'll do there. Okay, so let's put 2 on the underside of this pocket. Need more magnets already. Tape that down. Oops. Oops, that one got away from me. There you go. So if you wind up making this book, let me know in the comments section how you liked it, and maybe let me know if there's any other theme you want me to consider. I was thinking of doing a wedding one pretty soon. Not that anyone I know is getting married, but you never know. So, let's see. Here we go. I'm going to take these magnets and put some over here. Let's see if this works. I like where these are placed. Nope. So this goes here. Actually, I'm not sure with all the paper if this will, these are going through here. It'll probably stick. So this way you get extra use out of these magnets. I'm gonna put this here and that there. If you find it just doesn't stick enough, you can put another one here. Up to you how you feel. But what I would do is take a piece of paper and place it here. Don't glue it down. Put this down and see if it holds. If it's not quite strong enough, put magnets here and put them back on here. But this seems like it's holding tight enough to go through this paper and to the magnets underneath. So you could try that and conserve some magnets. And we'll put 2 on this small flap. I like these little fold over pull-outs, they're kind of cool. So there we have it. And that's it. So let me show you how I decorated this, and then we'll make the pockets for the inside and front and back covers. Okay, so this is our page 8, and I really like it. It's cute because it gives this little strip in the middle, and that's my favorite paper. So what you do is you can take this whole thing and lift up the flap. She was extra on a piece of leftover paper, so I fussy cut around her. It wasn't too bad, and put her here. And this can come out. I used the blue paper, flower paper on the inside, the polka dot over there. I have the reverse of the bubble paper. I believe that's the reverse of the bubble paper. And I didn't use it too much through the book, so I wanted to put it there somewhere. So I try to line it up where you don't cut off the fairy wings. Try to put that whole words right there. And the inside, I have another big tall book that I just made with leftover. I wanted something nice that you can see, and it brings in all the purple over here and the pink and blue. It's nice. And that was just a leftover piece to make a photo mat. So that goes like that. This goes in here like that. The pullout is the purple with the butterflies. And let's see, let's do the back cover first. This pocket, I believe I gave you this in the beginning. I know it's like 5 inches deep. Way in the beginning, we have our cover pockets. So they're 9 by 5, and you just put them right here. I put a magnet right around there on the low side, underneath this paper, so that these booklets don't go flying around. So I put one on the here, and then I picked either this one or this one, I forgot which one, and put the magnet there. I put it on this one. Okay, so this has the leftover paper. It had a leftover ephemera card I put there. And then this magnet holds this booklet and this one down. So when you're turning the back cover, these don't go flying around. On the inside of this, I have the other piece of that vanilla paper and some pink flowers. Just line this magnet up with where I have over here. There. The front cover, same, 9 by 5 pocket. Here I decorated it with the pink. I have a photo mat with an ephemera card and a leftover piece. I did that on here also. And I put a magnet right there. And it is on the back of one of these cards, has the magnet. I think it's this one. Yep, it's that one. There. For the front cover, I took the front, this is the main piece of paper, and I cut this piece, and then this side piece I saved and put on the side. So you have your fairy wings wraps around right there. What I will warn you about is make your cut on the bottom first. I went with the top, and then a little bit of her foot got cut off. It doesn't look bad. I'm going to keep it, but make this cut first, and then you'll wind up cutting a little bit off the top. And then make sure that you do the same thing over here so that your fairy wings, the words line up. And what I did here also, I took, this is the main paper, I took the cover, fairy, and fussy cut around her and put her here. I have a bubble here with a butterfly in it. I'm gonna put some glossy accent there. And then I took her, stuck her on a black piece of cardstock and cut around that. So it's 2 fussy cuts, basically. I cut her and I cut these flowers there. What I do to get into these tiny spaces, I have just the tape runner with the little dots. This kind of is like a little Xyron, handheld Xyron, and I just get into these tight spaces, and I use my tape gun for the bigger spaces. I cut out the butterfly, did that, and this fairy over here, and so these pop out. When you see it in person, it gives it a nice effect. The back side is yellow. That was left over, and I put an ephemera card in the middle. And that was it. I hope you liked it. I am going to post a bonus project for all my subscribers. I don't put the bonus ones on Facebook. I am on Facebook on this mini album addicts, and that's where I let a lot of people know when I have a new project. But if you subscribe, you will get the notice that there's a bonus book. So I'm going to use this, twist around the pages a little, and use a different theme. So that will be coming in a few days. I hope you like it. I really appreciate all my new subscribers, so thank you for subscribing, and we'll all have fun together. Feel free to comment, let me know what you themes you might want to see in the future. And let me know how it's going. If you made one of these books and you're happy with it, I'd love to hear that. So let me know, and we will see you in the next video.